Well, it's been a couple of months since the Epstein files came out, and to be honest, a lot of the stuff in there is pretty sick. Unless you've been living under a rock, I'm pretty sure you've seen some of the stuff that's been reported in these files. But there was something specific in these files that I wanted to take a look at. So I'm right here on the Department of Justice website, and you can actually search through the files by typing in keywords. So I was going to type in this word jerky and see what comes up, because I saw some reports of some pretty disturbing things, to be honest. So there's a whole collection of files that show up with that word in it. So let's just go through some of these. So this is one that I found pretty disturbing. So the subject line is jerky, and this is to Jeffrey Epstein. We don't know who this is from, but let's check it out. Francis has time to come tomorrow to show me how to make it. Jerky class anyone? He will also bring you a taste of his new jerky recipe from the restaurant and send him a warm hello. He is working at a restaurant called Cannibal and Cooks. So Cannibal and Cooks. What kind of name for a restaurant is called Cannibal and Cooks? But let's keep moving. Here's another email. This one doesn't seem too suspicious. JE, I'm assuming that's Jeffrey Epstein, is asking to bring him more jerky on Friday. Are you flying on Friday? If not, I would like to collect it from you and take it with me on the plane. Okay, maybe that does sound a little suspicious, because why would you need to take beef jerky on a plane? Here's another one that's really disturbing. It says JE, I'm assuming that's Jeffrey Epstein, said he was going to start eating regular food again, so he might be eating less jerky. I thought jerky was regular food. That said, he has 6 bags of it in the downstairs freezer for his next trip, so why would you need to freeze beef jerky? I believe it should be enough to get him through, so that's kind of weird. Why do you need a certain amount of beef jerky to get you through? And here's a conversation between someone named Karina Shuliak and someone that we don't know, and this is all about beef jerky. Yes, blank is the building number, thank you. That would be perfect if you leave it with the doorman. I'll be home in about 2 hours. Beef jerky is still drying, about another hour or so until it's finished. What's the best way I can get it to you? I can leave it with the doorman at your place. So why is there a whole lot of conversation around beef jerky when you can just easily buy it at the store? Here's another email from somebody we don't know to Jeffrey Epstein. Subject is jerky. I will come to teach a jerky class, and we can also cover chocolate cream pie if you can agree to pay me through this pay period. So I would then receive my last full paycheck on the 29th of this month. In all my 35 years of living on this earth, I have never heard of a beef jerky class, so I don't know what this email is really talking about. So here's a response to that email. It says, "Hi Francis, JE has asked me to email you and ask whether you would be able to teach me how to make the beef jerky." So what is really going on here? So there's a bunch of coded language throughout these emails, and I know that cheese pizza is child you know what, and from what I understand, it seems like beef jerky is human meat. But let me know what you guys think about this stuff, and I believe this is only half of the files that have been released. Who knows if we're going to get the other half, but I wanted to share some stuff that I found really interesting related to this whole Jeffrey Epstein situation. But I wanted to play this video that I found pretty interesting and kind of scary about what this guy has to say.
They are not who you think they are, and they have been here a lot longer than you realize. That's Andrew Jackson for the uninitiated. And that is Andrew Jackson's wife. Andrew Jackson's wife and Miss Maxwell.
They do look pretty similar.
And like I said, they are not who you think they are. But it's not just them. It's all of them. They have been
Do you think that looks like Donald Trump right there?
here a lot longer than you realize. That's General Patton. And these are a whole bunch of...
So we got Michael Jordan right here. That looks like Jackie Robinson. We got, forgot his name. That dude looked pretty similar. Okay, let's just see what this guy has to say. Travis Kelce. I don't know who this is.
sports stars. Tom Brady, Larry Hagman, Houdini, Joe Burrow, Mickey Mantle, Christian McCaffrey, Kobe Bryant, Wilt Chamberlain, H.P. Lovecraft, Michael Phelps, Travis Kelce, the guy who created the Pony Express, Michael Jordan, and Jackie Robinson. It's
What do you guys think? Do you think this is a coincidence?
all of them. Teddy Roosevelt, Robin Williams, who is supposedly dead but is now Uncle Pappy, who literally age reduced to become this guy, young Uncle Pappy, Blair. Viggo Mortensen, Kirk Douglas, Richard and Karen Carpenter, who are literally now Dexter, aka Michael C. Hall and Celine Dion. The entire cast of Seinfeld.
So I recognize a few of these. So this is a guy from Seinfeld. I don't know who this is. You got Seinfeld himself. I don't know who this is. So you got Betty White and you have this lady. They were both alive at one point in time, so I don't know how they can be the same person.
All used to be other known actors, stars. If you can't see that Kramer used to literally be Dean Martin, well then you should probably get your eyes checked. Do you really think Taylor Swift just resembles the Church of Satan's Xena LaVey that much?
Okay, I can say that they look pretty identical, scarily identical.
No, that's her. Do you really think Hugh Jackman just resembles country singer who died at age 33 Keith Whitley that much? No, they're the same entity. They're not human. They're fallen angels who have been here all along. That's Rudolph Steiner, who became Keith Whitley, who became Hugh Jackman. That's Dale Earnhardt, who supposedly hit a wall, and that's Morgan Wallen.
Okay, yeah. They definitely do look pretty identical.
I don't just speculate on this. I don't just mash faces together and say they're the same. I provide evidence. Evidence like Morgan Wallen having a gaping scar under his right eye. Kind of like, exactly like, Dale Earnhardt, who hit a wall.
Okay, that cannot be a coincidence because that is a scar on the exact same location.
Wall, Morgan Wallen, they're mocking you, and I'm trying to help you. And it's all of them, even your heroes like Tom Brady with the exact same butt chin as I Dream of Jeannie star Larry Hagman, the exact same lips and nose and forehead wrinkles and hairline. But it's not just the symmetry, folks. I don't speculate. I prove, because even though they can shapeshift, their markings, their scars, their physical markings remain the same, kind of like these two and those two on Larry Hagman and Tom Brady. And they always tell us,
yes, Julian, watch out, I'm still coming for you. You're getting older and I'm staying the same age. He really is. I mean, just look at him. We want to see how you...
look out, Julian, you're getting older and I'm still staying the same age. And
I think this guy might be cooking on this one because they do look pretty similar.
then the other guy says, yes, he is. Funny how his style hasn't changed over the years.
Interesting.
They're mocking you. And I'm here trying to help you, show you that you live in a spiritual world run by shape-shifting fallen angels. And as crazy as you might think that sounds, it's reality. But of course, all this is for entertainment purposes. I don't care about liberating humanity from these fallen ones. No, do it for the views. I'm a satire account. Entertainment only.
Someone said Mac Miller is Billie Eilish, and they actually show a picture of them side by side. What do you guys think? I think that's kind of a stretch. And you can see the little Google Gemini logo right there. But this guy's account is called The Fittest Flat Earther on TikTok if you want to check him out. But what do you guys think? There's all kinds of crazy shit in these files. And I think as people start to go through them more and more, because there's about 3 million files that have been released, so it is going to take some time. I think people are going to be going through these files for months, and they're going to discover some dark, demonic stuff. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. And if you guys have any tips on what to look for in these files, let me know.